Yo, what's up YouTube? The Epic Kid 23 here, and I bring you guys an epic NU battle against Decepticonflash on YouTube and Hgss. So let's get into it. He leads off with damn, what's those things called again? A Bastodon, and I lead off with my Espeon, and I just trick him to Scarf, predicting him to go for Stealth Rocker or Metal Burst or something, and he just locks himself into Iron Head. So I switch into my Ampharos to resist the Iron Head, and he switches again too, and he switches into a Primate. I wasn't sure what kind of Primate it was, whether it was Scarf or Bandit, so I'm thinking he'll go for the EQ. So I go into my Grass, my Yumachika, and he just U-turns and makes a good play. Then he sends out a Miltank, and I'm like, okay. I thought he thought I was a physical Blossom, so I stay in, and he goes for the return, and he has a Life Orb, which surprised me. So I'm thinking this is like a attacking Miltank. So I send in my own Miltank. He goes for the Bastodon. He goes into Bastodon while I T-Wave. So I predict him to Stealth Rock here, and I go on my Ikamaru, which he does Stealth Rock. So I make a good prediction, and he withdraws. I predicted that, and I go for the Reflect because I am a dual screen Ampharos. And I know the EQ is coming, but I know that I can easily live this because my Ampharos is beast, and I put some defense EVs into it. And I T-Bolt just to get some damage to see how much it will do, just gauging how much it will do, and it does a lot. But he milk drinks here, and I'm pretty certain that he is just trying to stall out my Reflect. So I just go for another T-Bolt, and I predict him to milk drink here, but he switches and goes into a Bastodon. So I switch and went into my Espeon, thinking that he was staying with Miltank. So he goes to him, and I know the Metal Burst is coming, because why else would he stay in? So I go into my Ikamaru, set up my light screen, so I have two screens up now, and he goes for the Metal Burst as predicted. So I switch and go into my Ikaku, which is my Primate, and he goes for the Metal Burst again, and I'm just going to close combat to Hell, and it will die because 4 times effective, and I am banded. So that will take that thing out. So the score is currently 5-5, which is good. So it's pretty even match. My Reflect wears off, which sucks, and he goes into a Venomoth. I fear him to Psychic here, so I go into my own. So I go into my Espeon, but he makes a good play and goes for the Bug Buzz. And I'm guessing this is a Specs Venomoth. So I send in my Ikamaru, knowing I can live a Bug Buzz. And what did I do here? He Bug Buzz. I live at 73 HP. So I T-Bolt, and it does a good amount. And I was thinking I could live another Bug Buzz, but I guess I can't. Even if the Reflect is up, I guess I can't live another one. So I go into my Primate, and I just lock myself into EQ to take that thing out. I didn't want to Ice Punch because I didn't want him to go into his Miltank in case it had thick fat or something. So I just go for the safe EQ, and he goes into a Noctowl. So I'm like, fuck, I'm locked into Earthquake, so I have to switch. I go into my Unohana while I was predicting the Nightshade, but he sets up the Reflect, which is good on his part. Now here I predict the Hypnosis, and I go back into my Ikaku, but now he roosts, thinking that I would attack him or something. So he switches, and I go into a Bibarel, and I close combat that. He said he was thinking I was on an Ice Punch, but I decided to go at close combat because I seen most of his team, and I was thinking close combat would hit it the hardest. So I close combat it, take that Bibarel out, and he sends out his Noctowl, and I close combat that, and even with the Reflect up, it does over half, which means Banded Primate is win. So he Nightshades here, and that's not gonna kill me, and I close combat, and that will take out that Noctowl, even though the Reflect is up. So that Noctowl is good, and that Noctowl is gone, so it's a pretty even score right now. And his Reflect wears off, and he goes into his own Primate. I already know it's Scarf, and he makes another good play here, and he U-turns out. So I'm like, fuck. He U-turns out into my Slowking because I was predicting the close combat. So he U-turns out, and he goes into his Miltank. So now I'm like, okay, I can live a return easily. I can live a return and just slack off and Life Orb stall him. So he returns, and he kills me because of a fucking crit, and that crit did matter because I would have lived with at least like 3 HP and slacked off and stuff. So I switch into my Primate and close combat that thing to Hell because I'm assuming it's not running max speed. So Now he has his last poke, which is his primate, and he close combats me, so I know that's Scarf now. So I'm like, fuck, I might be able to win this. Well, it comes down to his primate versus my mill tank, and I know I can live a close combat, especially from a Scarf primate because mill tanks are epic. And it's going down, it's going down, it's going down, and I live the close combat, so I T wave here, and basically it's basically a good game now because he can just like close combat me. Basically, I was just relying on parahex at the moment. I so so I really need to kind of change from Thunderwave to Body Slam because since he had like the 2 special defense drops, I could have probably taken it out probably with a Body Slam if I was running Body Slam instead of T-Wave. But anyway, it comes down to our last poke, Primate versus Miltank, and he defeats me. So good game, Decepticon Flash Drive, great battle, and everybody sub him and rate, comment, subscribe. Kid out.